Let's get ready for Monday Mortgage Minute with your hosts, Tom McNamara and Bruce Woodburn.
Hello,
All right.
Bruce.
Happy Monday.
Yes, sir. Monday all day.
All day long. And we had a busy weekend. I want to get right down so everybody knows what's going on in the market. I'd like to do a quick screen share here
Yeah,
and
let's do it.
show you what's going on. So the market's up by 9 points right now on the bond market, which is a positive thing. However, it was up 23 this morning. So we are losing ground. You can see the down was down by 200 points. It's only down 47 points right now. I think you see, we started off really positive here, but it's deteriorating. So it'd be interesting to see what's going to happen. So yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I think that if you are waiting to lock, now might not be a bad idea to lock your rate if you're closing within the next 30 days. If you're outside of 30 days, you probably be fine to float your rate.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's something I know you and I talk about that often when we have buyers in the queue looking to close, like when's the right time to rate lock and when it isn't. So I'm glad you stay on top of that stuff because it's way outside of my area of expertise.
I'll tell you what, let's go in and talk about the do's and don'ts when you're getting a mortgage. How about that?
Now, this I know a lot about. This I know a lot about because I have had more people do these, I'll call them stupid things, and either put their purchase at risk or actually just kill the deal.
Right.
Yeah, these are some silly things that people can do that some of them are obvious, but some people just don't really understand how the whole system works.
I agree. I'm going to see if I can possibly get this screen share up here and see if I can pop this in front of it.
Yeah. So stop that screen share and then start the other one.
Let's see if I can do that. I did that stop screen share, but for some reason, I am not getting it to come up on the screen here. So let's cover what we have. All right. So don't quit your job while you're applying for a mortgage or buying a property or even selling a property, right?
Exactly. Right. If you're in the middle of that, don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. Even if your job's going to have more pay, consult with me first so that we don't have a problem.
I will tell you, my favorite one is the guy that punched his boss in the nose the day before closing.
Yeah, it's happened. It's happened. So it's number 2, don't make large deposits. So people don't always understand that. They go, why do you care if I'm putting money into my account? Every dollar has to be documented as to where it came from. And lenders have to go back 2, sometimes even 3 months, depending on the type of loan. So don't make large deposits without consulting with your lender in advance.
Now,
Number 3,
a large deposit that would be normal, like a big paycheck or something, or a bonus.
Paychecks are going to be easy because they came off of your paycheck, and it's going to show that it came from your company. Even a bonus. But if you all of a sudden said, oh, my buddy Larry repaid me when I loaned him money 6 years ago and I put 25 grand in my account, you're going to have a problem with that. So don't do it.
I've had one of those. It was $5,000 the guy got for doing some motorcycle job or something, and it screwed up his deal.
Yep. Number 3, don't apply for new credit. So I always see this around the holidays. Oh, if I apply for that Target card, I'm going to get 15% off my purchase. And then all of a sudden your credit score drops by 100 points. So
that's right.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't close existing accounts. Some people also think that because I paid off my credit card, that's a good thing and I should close the account, and that's going to help. Do not do that.
No,
closing accounts can hurt your credit.
Yep.
Number 5, don't make large unexpected bank deposits. So on the same line, just don't make deposits that you can't verify. Yep. Number 6, don't miss any payments. You'd think this would be a no-brainer.
You would think.
The most common one I see is somebody not making a mortgage payment on the month that they were expecting to close on another property or refinance.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm selling my house. I shouldn't make the mortgage payment. Blah blah blah. Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't do it. If the payment's due, make the payment. You'll get the credit from the lender off of the payoff. Number 7, don't make random cash transfers.
Yep.
Now we see Zelle and Venmo, and I get people with Uber accounts, and they're just weird stuff, and it's very difficult to document sometimes. So if it's not something that's typical, then talk to the lender and discuss it so you know what to do. Number 8, don't let your credit card balances soar. Remember, the higher your credit card balance is, the lower your score is going to go, and it could have an impact on your mortgage payment and your interest rate.
And your DTI, right? So, your debt to income goes too high and you all of a sudden don't qualify.
That's right. Number 9, don't spend your savings for closing. Okay. Again, people watching this right now would go, well, who would do that? Well, it's happened to me twice. Twice I've had a relative gift money to their niece or granddaughter to buy a home, and they spent the gift money before they went to closing. It happens. People do things. They do crazy things.
That seems crazy. So you can avoid that one if you are going to gift, right? Because you can have the gifter give it directly to the title company.
Which is the best way to do it. Don't even let the recipient ever have the money. Send it right to the title company and you're safe. Then communicate all changes to your lender. Anything changes. So I've had people switch jobs, even though they got a promotion, they've switched jobs. I had a client last month quit their job before closing, didn't tell his wife.
Wow. Yeah. People do crazy stuff and then they get mad that the bank did something.
What do you mean I'm not closing on Thursday?
Yeah. And that screws up a lot of people's lives,
Well, it doesn't only screw up your transaction, but then it's always a domino effect when it comes to real estate, because the seller is trying to buy something else, and their people are buying something else, and their people are buying something else. So, you mess something up and it has a major effect on both ends for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you are in doubt, you call us. We will help guide you in the right direction. So having recapped this, now is a good time to get out there and buy a house. Buyers are really in control. There's a lot of inventory on the market. Sellers are paying closing costs. Sellers are making repairs. Then, Tom, what I'm confused about is, why do I have pockets of the market that are still in multiple offers?
It's a conundrum for sure. I mentioned, I think last week or the week before that, when I'm selling in the Tuscaloosa area, I'm almost always in multiple offer situations on both the buy and the sell side, competing or being able to review multiple offers. But when I'm selling in Sanford, which is, very similar to Winter Springs, right? The properties are sitting, 2, 3, 4 weeks, sometimes with very few showings. Deltona is dramatically slow.
Is it?
It's been so since hurricane season, when it had the large areas of flooding. And even the areas that didn't flood are being negatively impacted by.
Well, if I were you and I'm out looking for a property in that area, what a great opportunity to go out there and get a good deal. Because that's temporary. This ain't going to last.
Right. Look for properties that are sitting on the market 60, 90, 120 days. Don't assume that there's something wrong with the property. There may be, right? But don't assume it. Go look at it.
We'll find out.
And, and if it's the right house for you and they've been sitting on the market for 4 months, that they're probably ready to deal. They're at least going to give you closing cost assistance, if not dropping the price, if not both.
Make repairs. And speaking of dropping the prices, next week we can cover this again, but I will show you with demonstrating some numbers why it's oftentimes better to ask for closing cost concessions than it is to drop the price.
Absolutely.
So we can cover that a little bit more next week. So tune in to the Monday Mortgage Minute Tom McNamara and Bruce Woodburn, and we'll cover some of those things. If you have topics that you'd like us to cover, please send us an email or a text to Tom or I. We'll be happy to address those and overcome any concerns you have and address the issues that you're dealing with right now. Maybe there's a situation that you encountered or that you ran into and that you'd like Tom and I to discuss. Just send it on over to us.
Sounds
and
great.
We'll look at that for you. All right,
Bruce, it's been a pleasure. You have a great day.
Yep. Have an awesome week. Okay.
You
All
as
right.
well.
Take care, everybody.
All right.